For anybody that is into the UFC, I'm talking about combat sports. If you know about BJ Penn, then you know that BJ Penn is one of the best fighters that had ever competed in the UFC. But now it seems like BJ Penn is in a fight for his own life and his own sanity. And this is sad. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Let's not take too long on an intro. Let's get right into this because this is one of my favorite UFC fighters. You know, life has something in store for all of us. And I'm starting to understand that the longer you live is the more likely that you will get this thing that is in store for you. Hopefully, it's all good, but in a lot of the cases, it's not. BJ Penn looks like, I don't know if he's losing his mind or what. So, the UFC legend BJ Penn was arrested for the 6th time in 2025 alone after police detained him following an alleged assault that occurred on the morning of November 4th. I don't know who the hell wants to fight him. Hawaii Island police arrested BJ Penn on third-degree assault charges, and he was later released on $1,000 bail. At 1 a.m., early in the morning, the police responded to a report of an assault at a residence on Canal Street in Hilo. Police said in a statement, the 45-year-old male victim reported that BJ Penn punched and kicked him multiple times before the victim was able to leave the area and contact the police. The victim later sought medical treatment for his injuries at Hilo Benioff Medical Center. At 11:50 a.m., officers located BJ Penn in Lehua Street in Hilo, where he was arrested without incident. BJ Penn is 46 years old. He's scheduled for his initial court appearance on December 2nd in Hilo District Court in Hawaii. This is just the latest of a long string of troubling incidents involving the former UFC lightweight and welterweight champion of the world. He has been arrested multiple times in 2025 alone, primarily related to allegations regarding abuse of a family member or household members, and then violating a restraining order that was filed against him by his own mother. Lorraine Shin, BJ Penn's mother, initially filed for the restraining order after her son's arrest on the abuse allegations following altercations between them at home. Shin accused BJ Penn of extreme psychological abuse after he began claiming that his family had been killed and they had been replaced with imposters. Now, this is what I'm talking about when I say it seems like he is fighting for his own sanity. Is he losing his mind? This sounds like hallucination. This is dangerous. The allegations against BJ Penn started when his mom claimed that she returned home from a trip and she found all of her belongings removed from her bedroom in the house. BJ Penn denied any involvement in the missing property. A few days later, she claimed that her purse was stolen from a safe, and that led to her making a theft report with the police. Or this sounds like crackhead, cokehead behavior. And I hope that's not what it is, right? So during the investigation, the mom told the police that she returned home from a separate trip and she found that BJ Penn had allegedly put duct tape over her security cameras and put glue into the deadlock bolts on her bedroom door to prevent her from entering. She later accused BJ Penn of stealing her mail, and when she claims that she found the mail in the back of a vehicle that belongs to one of her son's friends, the 46-year-old fighter denied it was her mail and allegedly grabbed her arm and shoved her against the car, which led his mother to start screaming at the top of her lungs for her son Reagan Penn to come and help her because BJ was about to beat her up. Why is BJ Penn living at home with his mama and his other brother? Didn't he make enough money in the UFC to be able to live the millionaire lifestyle and to get himself some proper help? Or did he squander his money throughout his years. Or maybe it was his money that bought this house, but he just put the house in his mama's name so they all live there. I'm curious to understand what the living arrangements is about. So BJ Penn was eventually arrested, and he was told to stay away from his mother for the next 48 hours. But his mama claims that he turned to the home. He returned to the home, and she presented video evidence of proof to the police that he did return to the home after he was told to stay away, which led to his second arrest in as many days. 2 arrests in 2 days. She said, "I believe my son, BJ Penn, is suffering from Capgras delusional syndrome, which is a psychiatric disorder in which a person holds a delusion that a friend, a spouse, a parent, or other close family members have been replaced by an identical imposter." Holy shit. BJ Penn's mom told the police also that when filing for a restraining order, she said that BJ believes that I'm not his real mom, that I've been taken over by an imposter who has killed his real family to gain control of the family's assets. So in the best interest of my safety, I'm asking the courts for a 6 months temporary restraining order and have my son ordered to get some medical treatment or other source of therapy. A judge later approved the restraining order, which remains in effect until May 26th of 2026. More recently, though, a judge actually paused the legal proceedings against BJ Penn on those specific charges after ordering that the fighter must undergo a mental health evaluation to determine if he is even fit enough to face the criminal charges that are laid against him. Depending on the outcome of those exams, the judge could potentially order that BJ Penn be remanded to an appropriate institution for detention where he will also get care and treatment. Damn, this is sad to see. You know, kind of reminds me of the great Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali took a lot of blows to his head during his heyday boxing days, and it seems like those many blows to his head might have had something to do with the way how he aged. As you know, I believe it was Parkinson's, but many people said it's Parkinson-like symptoms, but they firmly believe that it had a lot to do with his boxing career and taking a lot of hits to the head over the years. BJ Penn is a warrior. And when I say a warrior, I mean BJ Penn fights until the ring gets bloody. And BJ Penn does not back down. He's a small guy, but he is a super warrior kind of guy. He's taken a lot of hits. He has given a lot of hits. He has laid some people out. The best of them he has rumbled with. And there's a price that comes with that. You know, I don't know how much he was getting paid in the UFC. I don't know if he was getting paid millions of dollars and he has millions stashed up. But from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like it. From what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like he can even take care of himself at this point. And they've tested him, and they're saying that it has nothing to do with drugs or alcohol because he uses neither of those. You would think somebody who was taking all your belongings out of the house, your stuff going missing, that would be like your crackhead brother or somebody who is on drugs, one of your family members, and they're selling the things to fund their drug habit. Not BJ Penn. He doesn't have a drug habit. It's been proven that he does not drink or smoke. He doesn't have a drug habit. And it looks like he is actually really hallucinating. I would be afraid to be around him. The reason why I would be afraid to be around him is, for one, like I've said throughout this video, this is a highly skilled, highly trained fighter, I would say I would put BJ Penn up there with one of the most dangerous men in the world if he unleashes what he knows on anybody who is not trained to fight the way how he's been trained to fight. So me being around him just as a family member, like his mom or his brother, and I've never been in a UFC ring. I've never been in a gym. I don't know how to do all the stuff he knows how to do. I would be super afraid of him. What if he wakes up one day and he really looks at you and his mind starts telling him to kill you because you are not his family? As a matter of fact, he has to kill you in order to set his family free because you took their spirit, or you have invaded their bodies. So if he kills you, the fake person will come out of you and then he'll have his family back. And he goes into a psychosis moment and takes lives. I would be absolutely freaking fearful of him. This is one of my best fighters, as in I am a huge fan. I can't even state how much I'm a huge fan of BJ Penn. So to see him go through this is really, really sad. Somebody leave in the comment section and tell me if you are aware of any kind of illness that makes your mind think that your family members have been abducted and that they are not who they say they are. Like they're standing in front of you, but they're different people because they've been invaded by aliens or something. I've never heard of this. I wish BJ Penn all the best. And above all, I hope he doesn't hurt any of his family members and end up in prison forever. That would be sad. I hope he doesn't hurt himself either. That would be sad. I hope he gets the help he needs so he can one day sit and talk about what it is he was experiencing at this time. This guy's book, his life is a book. All of us, our lives are a book, right? His book is exciting. Here we are at another chapter in his life, in his book. This is the chapter after life in the UFC as a top contender world champion fighter. I would love to see something positive comes next for BJ Penn. Not prison, not death. I'm going to leave that right here. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.